So, Lorraine, how are you, first of all?
Good, thank you. Yep, really good.
The World Cup here in Denmark, what does it mean to you to be putting on that England shirt and representing your country?
It will always mean the absolute world for me to wear this shirt. There's no prouder moment, to be fair, as much as it's lovely to play for yourself. It's a really special moment knowing that you've been selected to represent your country, so it's a really, really proud moment to put a shirt on.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions now so people can get to know a little bit about you.
Okay.
When and why did you start playing darts?
Oh, right. So I started playing darts when I was about 18. I got a job in the pub. It was very much a man's pub, so there were very few women that went in. But I used to cop for like the quiet lunchtime shifts, and quite often there'd just be a couple in and go, oh, do you fancy a game of darts? So I sort of started doing it like that. And they did have a team in the local league, but I just worked behind the bar. So I was like, can I join the league? And like, no, it's just me. Okay. And they were short one night, and they said, oh, it's better than giving the game away. We'll let you play. So I said, that's fine. I said, but if I win, you're not dropping me. And so I won to stop my place in the team. And then the following year, they ended up making me captain. I was a permanent fixture in the team. But at that time, I'm going back 30 years. So, 30 years. There were very few women that played in the men's league, although it wasn't specified men's, there were very few women that played. So I just sort of got into it that way, started playing the ladies local league, Super League, county, and then here we are in Denmark representing England for the World Cup.
Who is your favourite all-time darts player?
Oh, that's really difficult because there are so many players that have done so much for the sport. You know, you look at Trina, 10-time world champion, and then you go back and you look at Andy Fordham and Bristow, and for me, growing up, that it was, I look back at games like that for me when I was younger. So lots of inspiration, and then of course Phil Taylor, and it's a totally different direction, isn't it? So there's loads of inspiration from across the board, right from your women to some of the older players, the legends that aren't here anymore, and you know, looking forward to the PDC and all those coming through there. So there's influence from all over.
Not going to say Dean then.
Yes, he's my favourite player.
What's the best darts match you've seen, either in person or on the TV?
Oh, Dean's 9-darter was absolutely iconic at the Ali Pali. More recently, one of the best matches was when Michael Smith and Van Gerwen on for the 9-darters. That was amazing, and the commentary was brilliant to listen to. But then you have to look at some of the youth players coming through and some of the games that they put out with the JDC and the England Grand Prix and whatnot. We have the ability to sort of watch online, and there are some amazing games. So too many to mention, really. You can't get any better than a 9-darter, but that doesn't always make it the best game. You know, there's lots of different elements.
You played at Lakeside a number of times now. What's personally for you your favourite Lakeside memory?
It's got to be reaching the final. I really thought I was going to do it. But there's no place like it. There is no stage like the Lakeside stage. It was, don't get me wrong, the venue at the O2 when we went there was nice, but for me it didn't feel like the World Championship. You drive through those gates at Lakeside and I get goosebumps. And it's just a brilliant venue to be in, so I just enjoy being there.
Yeah. For you, in your career, what's the biggest highlight, biggest achievement for you? Is it that World Final?
Biggest achievement, I would have to say, probably winning the Winstanley World Masters. Yes, reaching the final, being world number one for a short spell, you know, and again being able to represent my country, that really does mean something special to me.
Who's your toughest opponent?
Anastasia. I think because I love her so much, it's really hard for me to switch off the friend vibes. I'm learning to get there. She finds it really easy. No, I'm joking. I think because we're so close, it's always very difficult. Makuru, I've not managed to beat Makuru. So definitely the world final was the first time I've played her. Played her several times since and had chances and still can't seem to cross the line against her. So I'll get her.
As a dart player, what would you say is your best attribute and your worst attribute?
I'm a pretty lazy dart player. I'm not that big into practicing. Not that I should say that, but that's who I am. Having played for such a long time, I've never really been a big practicer because I used to play so often that was enough to keep my eye in. I'm not playing as much at the moment, so it's forcing me to practice. And best attribute, I'm great when I win. I'm not a bad loser. My face doesn't always say it, but I would like to think I'm a pretty gracious loser. If you're not good enough on the day, you're not good enough on the day. I'll go outside and kick the beard and whatnot, and I'm all right when I've had 5 minutes, like most of us are also.
If you could be any other athlete in the world, who would you choose to be?
Somebody that's very slim and fit looking, I would say. I don't know, I'm not big into sport, so I don't know. That's a real difficult one. Somebody that's probably a really good general all-rounder.
Okay. If you could change one rule in darts, what would it be?
Don't finish on the double. That again, that's a real hard one. I don't know, I'll have to think about that one.
What's the best advice you've ever received in darts?
The best advice? Play the board, not your opponent. If you can switch off from who you're playing, because we've all just got 3 darts. It's not like snooker where you can be snookered to stop taking that shot. Every 3 darts is potentially a 180 or hitting that double, so play the board, I think.
And lastly, tell me one thing that not many people know about you.
One thing that not many people know about me. I thought my life was out there for everybody to know everything. One thing that not many people know about me. I'm a qualified hairdressing lecturer.
Perfect. Oh, sorry, one more. Lakeside this year, what's the goal for you this time round?
The same goal as it is every time I qualify, is to win it.